Hello, I am Professor Anil Brahmin from Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus located in the Durg district at Bhilai of the Indian state Chhattisgarh. And in this lecture we will understand the microprocessor 8085 timing diagram for memory read cycle. And as we have shown here the full diagram, and for understanding the timing diagram, basically we have to understand the clock which is generated in the microprocessor. Between pin number 1 and 2, between X1 and X2, crystal is connected, and when crystal oscillates, it generates two-phase clock, and the clock frequency is crystal frequency divided by 2. Thus, for completion of different activities, these clock cycles are to be used. What does it mean? It means at different clock cycles, say clock cycle number 1, clock cycle number 2, clock cycle number 3, at different clock cycle, different activities are to be performed by 8085 microprocessor. Now, today we will understand memory read cycle. First we will see how a data located in the memory location can be transferred to the microprocessor via data bus. Now, as we have seen, suppose we are saying, say, data located at location number 2001H. The data is ABH. The data bus is 8-bit. Thus, the data which is stored at location number 2001H will be AB. AB is hexadecimal number, 8-bit number. A is actually 10 and B is 11. In hexadecimal system, we are having numbers from 0 to 9. After that, A, B, C, D, E, F. F means 15. Similarly, as we have understood in earlier lectures, we are having 64 kilo memory. In the microprocessor 8085, we are having total memory of 64K, having a starting address as 0000H to the last location, memory location, as F, 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 H. Thus, 64 kilo locations can be attached to the microprocessor, and from each location, if a memory read operation is to be carried out, the content of the memory should be transferred via data bus from memory to the processor. Inside the processor, different locations are there. As here we have shown the register. That means in this lecture we will understand how the data which is at location number 2001H, the data is ABH, will be transferred via data bus to the register. Now, to understand how this activity will be facilitated by our microprocessor, we have to understand the generation of different control signals also, which we have already explained in earlier lecture. Here we have shown this one hardware for generating control signal generation. As we have seen from this IOM bar, read bar, write bar, this hardware is generating memory read bar, memory write bar, IO read and IO write signal. Now, because today we have to understand the memory read cycle, that means we have to use memory read signal, which is generated by the hardware, which we have already explained earlier. And for generating this memory read signal, the IOM bar is to be used as well as read bar is to be used, and memory read is generated. Now, to understand the full process, we are explaining, say, a simple story. Suppose I am saying to some student that you go to the market at shop number 2001 and bring some daily needs material to me. So, what I have given to the student? I have given address to the student that go to the address number 2001 and bring some daily need material which is, say, similar to the data which is placed there to me. So, the student may ask me that, sir, okay, I am going to address house number or shop number 2001 and I will bring the required material, daily needs material, which is billed for you. Say, billing is done for Anil Brahmin, and you, whenever I am reaching, you call the shopkeeper so that shopkeeper will handle the material, daily needs material, which is billed for Anil Brahmin to me. And then the student may bring that material to me and I am getting it stored in somewhere. Say my store is a register. So what additional thing required is one control is required. As you told, yes, you intimate the shopkeeper so that the shopkeeper can handle the daily needs material. So in this story, actually, first thing is address is required. A address from where the, say, shop number 2001, the daily need material is to be transferred to me. Now here the student who is bringing the daily need material is, say, regarded as data bus, and this is my store. The additional control is, say, I am calling the shopkeeper that you please hand over the daily need material to my student which is bringing it to me. In the same way, now coming to the machine. if we are saying how the microprocessor will do this activity, the different activities will be timely controlled. For sequencing the different activities, as we have seen and we have explained, the program counter PC, program counter register, will have always the address. This 2001 is the address of the memory location, and always program counter is loading the address to the address bus. Address bus is A0 to A15. So every time at the starting, say at a T1 time, that means T1 time actually belongs to the T1 cycle of the clock. T1 cycle, this one generated by the clock. So at T1 time, the PC will load the address which is 2001. This is in hexadecimal. So we are having for each hexadecimal bit, we are having 4 binary. So 4, 4, 4, 4. 16 wires are there. These 16 wires are carrying the address of the location. And this address, when it is fed to address decoder, it is activating this location. And this location, this address is activated. Whenever this address is located, now it is the duty of the microprocessor that because address is already located, so now the some control signal is to be generated by the microprocessor, and the control signal which is generated by the microprocessor with the help of say IOM bar, read bar and other control signals, because it is a memory read operation, this will be activated low, this will be activated low, and with the hardware for control signal generation, this memory read signal will be activated low, and it is transferred to enable signal of the memory, which means this whenever it is memory is enabled, this the content of the memory, which is ABH, is a hexadecimal number, this data AB now is to be transferred via the data bus. It is a 8-bit data bus, via 8-bit data bus to inside the microprocessor, and it is stored in the initially in the temporary register, and then it can be transferred to different registers. As we have seen in the microprocessor 8085, we are having W and Z are the temporary registers. We are having A, accumulator register. We are having B and C, D, E, H, L. So depending on the different requirement of the program, the data through the data bus will be transferred to different registers. So as we have seen, at T1 time address is activated, at T2 time the control signal memory read is activated, and it is enabling the memory location, and thus when memory is enabled, this data content AB will be transferred via data bus to the destination. This is a one complete cycle. Again we are re-elaborating. Initially at a T1 time, PC is loading the address. What is the address? 2001H. This address is decoded by address decoder, and this memory location is pointed out. And whenever the memory read signal is generated from this control signal hardware, which is generated actually by pin number 34, 32, 31 as we have seen. Because it is a memory read cycle, as we have seen, the IOM bar is activated low, read bar is also activated low, and thus memory read bar is generated. During T2 time, this will be enabled, and during T2 and T3, after T2, during say T3 time, this data AB will be transferred from memory via data bus to inside the microprocessor. So this is one complete cycle. Again I am just re-elaborating. First thing is address is to be pointed out, then control signals are to be generated at different time. It should be enabled, memory should be enabled, and from this memory the memory content will be transferred to inside the microprocessor. So in this way the memory read cycle is completed. Now we will understand the memory write cycle. Now as memory write cycle is there, which means from the microprocessor the data must be transferred to memory, because it is a write cycle. MUP8085 should activate the different control signals such that the data from somewhere, for example we have taken the data stored at register B is 44H. So MUP should transfer this 44H through the data bus to the desired location. Desired location, that is again we have taken 2001H, will be pointed out by again program counter, because program counter is very important register in the 8085 microprocessor, because always it is pointing out the address of a particular location where the data or instruction codes are to be transferred. Now because we have to understand the memory write operation now, which means first the microprocessor will load the address of the memory at starting time, means starting pulse of the clock. At T1 cycle it will load the 2001H, this is the address of memory location, to the address bus. This address bus is 16 wires A0 to A15 which are connected to address decoder, and thus this particular memory location 2001H is activated. Just now the data at the starting at T1 time, here the content is not there. The content is whatever the previous content of the memory was there. Now the microprocessor will activate at T2 time the IOM bar, because it is a memory operation, it is activated low because M bar is there, and because it is writing operation, so write bar is activated low, read bar should be 1. And this hardware for control signal generation, as we have seen, we can use 3288 decoder, or we can use the different ICs, say 74LS32 or 74LS04 for generating the control signals, which we have already explained. Thus, with the hardware for control signal generation, now the signal which is to be used for memory writing operation is MEM write bar, memory write bar, which means this signal, memory write bar, is to be activated by the processor at a time T2. At T1, the address is loaded from PC to the address bus pointing out the location. Then at T2, with the help of IOM bar and write bar, the memory write bar is generated. It is enabling the particular memory location. And during the T3 timing, T3 clock pulse, these clocks are continuously generated by the crystal, and if we are having 6 megahertz crystal, as we have already explained, if the crystal frequency is 6 megahertz, the clock frequency is divided by 2 and it will be equal to 3 megahertz. If we will see the time period of the clock, the time period is, as we are knowing, 1 by frequency, 1 by frequency of the clock, which will be equal to 1 by 3 into 10 to the power 6 hertz, because it is megahertz. Thus, we are having, say, if we will see the time period, it is 1 by 3 microsecond, because this 10 to the power 6 upside will be 10 to the power minus 6, so it is 1 by 3 microsecond, which means if we will see the clock, each activity is carried out in 1 by 3 microsecond. At T1 time, within 1 by 3 microsecond, the PC will load the address to the address bus pointing out a particular location. During next 1 by 3 microsecond, microprocessor will activate pin number 34 and 32, and from here the control signal memory write is generated, which is enabling this memory location 2001, this one. And thus at T3 timing, the data content of the register B will be transferred through data bus D0 to D7 to inside the memory, and this memory content will be 44H at the end of T3 timing. Thus, if you see the timings during T1, T2 and T3, the different activities are carried out, and in this way the microprocessor is transferring the data from, say, register B to the memory. Again, we can say at the starting, during T1 time, address is loaded to activate the location. During T2, these control signals are activated, IOM bar and write bar, which are actually generating the memory write signal. And then during T3 timing, this content 44H actually from register B will be transferred to the memory. So in this way, we have explained the memory write cycle.
अगर देश की बागडोर को कब्जे में करना है, क ख ग घ को पहचानो, अलिफ को पढ़ना सीखो। आ ई को हथियार बनाकर लड़ना सीखो। पढ़ना लिखना सीखो ओ मेहनत करने वालों, पढ़ना लिखना सीखो।
So, in the last, keep watching the video and read the notes. PDF notes are already provided to you, and keep writing the things in your brain and enjoy the learning. Thank you.